replicating the one.
All right, at this time, we're going to call to order the meeting of November 20th, 2025. It is 6 p.m. I'd like to go around the room, and I'd like all members to please introduce themselves, speaking into the microphone.
Joy Picanoo.
I'm Elizabeth Jones. I'm the chair.
I'm Jane Camp.
Chuck Bradley.
And let's see, absent is Mark Hummus. And then next, I'd like to allow the city staff to introduce themselves.
I'm Lexi Robinson.
Laura Powell.
I'm Brad Kellner, Planning and Zoning Director.
Okay, next, we have the approval of the agenda. And I want to ask the members if they have had a chance to review the agenda. Have y'all had a chance to review?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll ask that all members please show an approval with a raise of hand and vocalization into the microphone after, let's see, after I ask if we've had a motion. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda as submitted?
I so move.
Do I have a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion carried. All right, now we're going to have an approval of the minutes. Has everyone had a chance to review the minutes of October 28th, 2025?
Yes.
Okay? And I'm going to ask this kind of the same thing. Do we have any changes or corrections to the minutes of October 2025? I'm going to ask for, if we, well, first I'm going to ask if we, do we have any changes or corrections to the minutes of October 2025?
No.
No.
Okay? Do we have a motion to approve them then?
I so move.
Okay, do I have a second?
I second.
Okay, all in favor? Okay. All right, we don't have any old business, doesn't look like, so we're gonna move on to new business. That is 136 North Broad Street. Looks like we have an awning. Lexi, you're gonna present that to us?
Yeah, so this is our staff report. So this is COA case 4251, which at 136 North Broad Street. This is the restaurant Catch 22. This is the front, but the awning is going on the back of the building, which is the picture right here. It is in the Monroe Commercial Historic District, and yeah, so it's there. And the owner is petitioning for a COA to add an awning on the back door. The awning is a black metal awning similar to the one on the adjacent property, which is right here. It's got a black tin roof. He wants to extend it to the end of the building, about 12 feet long, and it's gonna look like that basically. And the guidelines that it goes with is in the preservation primer in section 7.1E. The awning should be standard, concave, circular, accordion, and box style are all appropriate. New awnings should respect the line established by other awnings in the area, which, if it looks similar to this awning, it would. So staff recommendation is to approve without conditions.
I make a motion that we approve without,
But we're not quite to that point yet, so
we're not?
let's
I
wait.
thought-
Let's
So
wait.
I just give you staff recommendation of staff think we should approve without conditions, but we still need to hear from the applicant. And if y'all have questions,
oh,
talk to him.
Okay,
sorry.
okay. Can we have the applicant come forward at this time? Okay. Can you come forward and introduce yourself and tell us anything you'd like us to know about the project?
I'm Richard Biley. I own the restaurant.
Okay. Anything you want to tell us about the awning?
Nope.
Okay. All right, then, I will add, let's see, I will say, and thank you, Lexi, for sharing that with us. I will say the primer does state that metal awnings are discouraged because they don't provide flexibility and heating, but I think for this particular awning, I think it melds well with the historic ambiance of the district. And I will say for our standards, our standards state that additions should be added in a manner that make removal easy, and I think that this one does that. My only question would be, how will this be attached to the brick? Can you,
Bolts?
bolts? Okay. And does anybody on the panel have any questions?
No.
Okay. All right, do I have a motion?
Now I make my motion.
I'll second.
All right, can you clearly state your motion, Jane?
Yes, I make a motion that we accept that we approve the awning submitted by the applicant as it meets the guidelines and in the historic district and is similar to ones surrounding it.
And I second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion approved. Thank you for coming in. We appreciate your time. All right, and we're going to move on to the next agenda. Let's see, we have preservation, no, the next one we have is the, not preservation training, it's the calendar, isn't it?
Yeah, so here is a proposed calendar for 2026. These are the deadline dates and these are the meeting dates. So we have adjusted a little bit from this past year. So we're trying to do it 3 weeks from deadline to meeting. So to make it easy, like more efficient for the public, so they don't have to wait 30 whole days from their application being submitted. So yeah, this is what I went
That's
through
still
the
going to
calendar and
fall on
looked
the
through everything.
fourth Tuesday of every month?
Yes.
Okay.
Except for the
Except for-
bottom two and the holidays will be on Thursdays, and they'll be because
Yeah,
It's not on Thanksgiving and not on Christmas week.
gotcha. That's good.
But their deadlines are still 3 weeks from those days.
Yeah, okay. Anybody have any questions for that? Okay. Do we need to vote on that? Okay, do I have a motion to approve as submitted?
I make a motion that we approve the, calendar.
Okay, do I have a second?
I second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion approved. Thanks so much, Lexi. All right, next on the agenda, we have, Lexi, I think she believes she has some preservation training to go over.
Yeah, so I made a little PowerPoint for y'all, just to I wanted to give y'all some ideas of what to think about while we're doing applications.
But before we get into this, can we clarify, because this is recorded, is this for the public or is this for the, is this training for the staff?
No, this, I mean,
training for
this
the-
is, you're holding a quorum, so you can do this. This can be totally for public consumption.
Okay, so this is for everybody. This is for the public,
Yeah.
for all our viewers out here. This is for the HPC and for the public. Okay.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right. Yeah, so for y'all, for everyone, anyone wants to know about preservation, we're gonna talk about it, because this is just basically the basic stuff of, and I pulled everything from this, from the ordinance, from the primer, and from past HPC cases. So all of this stuff is from the city, from Monroe, from y'all. So basically, we're just gonna look at why preservation, why are we doing this? What are we preserving, and what do we look for? So we really want to support and serve the community, but we also want to maintain our historic districts and our resources and our character. And sometimes that means making hard choices of we got to compromise a little bit. We got to figure out what is good for the historic resource and for the applicant. So this is from our purpose part of the Code of Ordinances in the Historic Preservation chapter, specifically talking about supporting the historical culture and aesthetic of the city and all of its important assets. So it's just further talking about all of our historic resources we want to support, which includes, commercial buildings, as well as residences and other built historic structures, which there's the definition of a historic property from our ordinance as well that specifically talks about sites, works of art, structures that all contribute to the culture and aesthetic of the community. So these are the questions I wanted y'all to I made up real quick that y'all can think about while you're going through an application, while I'm talking to you about it in a staff report. And when an applicant comes up, and if y'all have any questions, these are the things y'all can think about the material matching existing one on the structure. Is it appropriate for the architecture? Will it clash with the neighborhood, the aesthetic, the buildings? And in additions, replacements, all those major construction work, will it be cohesive and making sense with where it is in the character of a district? So this is a little example that I made. So this is a house that was done, it was approved by y'all in 2021 or 2022. And the original house is here. It's on 6th Street. It's in the Mill District. This is what it wanted, and they wanted to spruce up the property and add an addition right here on the back of it. So as you can see on next to it here and here, there's other additions, other houses next door to it that also have a very similar addition to this. So this is what it looks like today, and you can see there's the addition right here where they added to it, and they maintained this material, this detailing on the doors. They took out this ironwork and made it just wood, but other houses down the street have similar porches to this. So it meets the character while still maintaining the historic resources of the windows, the wood siding, the roof structure is the same, and adding this addition didn't take away from any of that. So this is a good example of how they got what they wanted, but also we still maintained the historic integrity of this house. So yeah, just the only thing is just think about your questions while you're going through it. Yeah.
I have a question about the ironwork.
Yeah.
Would he have been allowed to keep the ironwork on that house?
Yeah, if y'all, yes, he would have. I would have personally liked to recommend it to keep it, but it didn't like if there are other precedences of these other houses that don't have this ironwork that probably originally did, and they've now had these wood. They're now wood instead. So there would be precedent for him removing it, but this is just unique to the character of this house. So if it could be saved, I would argue for saving it, but it doesn't have to. Like it because it matches the other character of it's a toss up really.
Okay, is it based on when the house was built?
Yes.
Because when we remodeled Clarissa's, we were told we could not keep the ironwork.
Well, it depends on how bad the ironwork really was. If it couldn't be saved, like it was.
I mean, it was fine.
Oh, it was fine.
Yeah.
Interesting. When was the iron put on? If the ironwork was put on at a later date, then it doesn't contribute to the architectural integrity of the house. Or if it was original, then I don't know. It would just depend on.
I don't know if it was original or not. The house was built in 20. So what decade would the ironwork be considered coming into view, you know, when people started putting that ironwork on their homes?
This.
You said the 20, it was built in
It depends on what type of
1920?
ironwork too.
Well, I think it was built in, mine was built in 30, which was right next door. It was probably built in 20. I'm not sure what year, but when we renovated the house, we were told the ironwork had to go.
Who,
So we
who,
built
who
all
told you the ironwork had to go? You got a different committee now, though, so that may have been decisions from the past that were not guided by an expert.
Uh-huh. Because we would have kept that ironwork
Sure. How many years ago was that done?
3 years ago.
I don't know if it was original to the home. I would.
I don't think it's original to the, like, originally built.
Oh, okay.
You know, I think it was added at a later date.
See, and that's where it gets a little complicated. Where like, see, if this was original, I would argue for keeping it. If they put it on in like the 60s or the 50s or the 60s,
Right.
it could be argued to be removed. That kind of thing becomes a toss-up, and it also depends on the how well this has been maintained. Because sometimes they're not maintained and they just can't be replaced and
Right.
that kind of thing. So
I don't remember her application coming through 3 years ago. I'm sorry. It had to have been before my time. I don't remember Clarissa coming before us. I've been here for 5 years. Was it a little bit before that, you think?
Well, we had to.
I know, but I mean, it had to have been before my time here, because I don't remember Clarissa ever coming before us.
I mean, we were just told by the contractor that the ironwork had to be taken down. And there was ironwork post, which I think it looks much better
Sure.
without it. But it was ironwork post, and then there was the railings that were built specifically for that porch, and we were told we couldn't use those.
Where was
But
it?
we
Where
ended
was that?
up- Huh?
Where was it?
The railings.
No, where was the location?
Oh, over at 217 East Marable.
I don't recall seeing 217 East Marable. And my memory's okay. It's been a hot minute since that one came before us. I'm gonna have to,
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure I look back.
yeah, I don't know.
And I don't think I'm mistaken. I mean, I did not come to the meetings, but our contractor and Clarissa did. And I'm not complaining, I'm
Yeah.
just asking,
Yeah.
you know.
No, and that's a fair question. Because it also, every house is different, which is like, it can depend, which is also why I'm here to help y'all. So I do all the research of like, I would look at this house, if I was doing this application, right? I would look at this house and I would pull up like Sanborns and old historic photographs of this to see what it looked like before and try to maintain as much of the historic fabric as we can is what I would recommend. And then it would be like, based on, they want to do this. Well, I can be like, okay, that's fine. Like you're maintaining what I want, but also getting what you want, kind of thing. So that's where I would come in to help y'all. Like, if this is original, I might be like, I would really recommend that y'all look at this and talk about it before making a decision, kind of thing. Because it's not up to me; it's up to y'all. But I'm just like telling
Yeah,
y'all what
yeah.
I found from my research of like what this house looked like and how to maintain it like as much as possible.
and the railings coming down from the little porch, you know, they were specifically built and they rounded out. Well, we ended up being able to use those.
Right.
And the railing that went from the corner post to the house, it was not tall enough. So what we did was we took the ironwork and had it welded at the bottom to make it tall.
I have seen cases in other, in Madison and Athens where other like porches like that where it wasn't actually tall enough for code.
No,
And you had to
right,
add
it was
That
again,
would
yeah,
be-
it wasn't tall enough for code.
I've seen
So
that
that's what we did, was took one of the post and put it, horizontal at the bottom and had it all welded together.
Well, a lot of times when things are in question too, I'm sure Brad can look your case up and go over it with you, you know, at a later date. And a lot of times when things are in question, you know, on a particular case, we can pull the deeds. And a lot of times, you know, if there have been revisions on a particular, you know, property, we can pull up the dates of those particular revisions and we can go over them.
Yeah. So that just depends on every application.
Yeah.
Like, this one, this month was an awning, so it wasn't, I didn't have to like
Right.
do any of that extensive research for
Right.
this particular one. But for maybe in the coming months, later months, whereas like if there's an addition or something like that, that's when you'll see like, there's like more to the story of it.
Well, I noticed, that he did not reuse those awnings.
What?
He didn't not the awning, but the, I'm sorry,
The ironwork, yeah.
the ironwork. He didn't use the ironwork, so that's really why I was asking.
Jane, did you need to get our attention? Are you trying to?
I've got to go.
Okay, so for the record, for the record right now, Jane is leaving the meeting, so Jane, thank you very much for your time
I
tonight.
didn't know we were having this
A
tonight.
training.
It's okay, yeah, and if y'all have, I'm gonna send the PowerPoint to everybody, so if you have any questions or y'all have any questions, feel free to email me. I'm gonna send y'all all like what this PowerPoint specifically. So if y'all have more questions y'all wanna talk to me about, just call, email.
And I'll follow up on that to make sure I'm not mistaken, but
Thank you very much, Jane. Have a good night.
see you, Jane. I think we were told that we could not,
Have a good evening, Jane. Take care.
but I'll find out through our contract. I was just, you know,
Yeah,
the difference in the pitch, I was just,
yeah. No, and that's a good question. There are a lot of little details like that that will happen in like other cases, and every house is different. Every house is unique, so it just depends, honestly.
it worked out better for us anyway.
Any more questions? 'Cause I got anything else.
I thought you.
Oh, was that it?
No, that was it. That's all I had.
Thank you, Lexi. We appreciate your time.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have anything else to go over? Okay, so then we're going to have an adjournment. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
I motion to adjourn.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
This concludes the HP meeting of November 20th, 2025. We are adjourned.